Digital art can be daunting at times, especially if you're a beginner. And if you're looking for apps that'll encourage you to make art, I'd say ibisPaintX is a great start for free. Before I begin, I just want to make it clear that I'm in no way affiliated with ibisPaintX or its company. I've been using this app for 11 years and wanted to share my experience with you. For this video, I will be doing a still life study of a banana using this reference from Pinterest. So feel free to pause and follow along my process. Once the app is downloaded, you should open up to a page similar to this one. Click on My Gallery. Let's start a canvas by clicking on this plus sign. Here you can see the variety of canvas sizes by scrolling all the way down. You can even create your custom canvas by adjusting the sliders for your preferred width and height. Note that when you choose a particular canvas, there's a drop-down option to the side that allows you to pick the pixel width and height while keeping that same ratio you chose. Normally, I like to use the 1:1 or 3:4 canvas sizes. For now, I'll be using the 1:1 canvas size. Go down to the bottom bar and select the brush icon. These are some of the essential tools I use during my art process: the brush, eraser, bucket for quick coloring, lasso for selection, transformation tool to adjust anything on your painting, smudge tool to smudge your paint, and the blur tool to blur your layers of paint. As you open up your brush options, located right next to the brush icon, you'll notice that a lot of these brushes are locked. But don't worry, you can unlock them for 4 hours by watching a 30-second ad. If you go to this panel, you'll be able to save any custom brushes you create. I will be doing a tutorial for creating custom brushes in the near future. So if you'd like to see that, please subscribe so you'll receive a notification when I upload that video. Click on this icon located on the upper right side of the page. Toggle on the reference window and place your reference. For my artwork, I like to use the rule of thirds. Having a grid makes things super easy for me. Add your grid and click on the grid settings. Here you can set your grid preference. For a 1:1 4K canvas like mine, I set my grid settings as shown. Using the bucket tool, I paint the background a light gray color. Then to separate my background from my sketch, I add another layer. Using the 3 lines to the right, you can adjust the layer placement. When I sketch my artwork, I start off by using the pencil number 2 brush. Now, let's sketch our banana. As you can see here, with the special tool option, I use the liquify pen to fix any part of my sketch to the desired shape. Now that I've sketched my banana, the next step is to add my base color. Based on your preference, you can use the bucket feature, but in my case, it'll cover the whole canvas since my sketch is pretty messy. And if you really want to use the bucket tool with a messy sketch, you can also use the lasso tool to outline the area you colored. But the only downside is that the edges get pixelated, which is why I prefer to use my custom pen fade brush to block in my base color. Lately, I've been using the same layer to add my shadows and highlights, especially during studies. If you prefer to keep your base color safe, you can add a layer and clip it so that any other color you add can stay within that base color boundary without ruining the layer below. If you're like me, you can just press the alpha lock instead and add your colors on the same layer. add more texture and depth for my illustration, these are some of the brushes that I used. As I finish things up, I like to do a simple line art. Sometimes I like including the sketch along with my line art, only if I think the painting looks better with the sketch instead of just the line art. For the last step, I use another layer on the bottom of my main layer to add any shadows. And once that's done, I think I've got my desired piece that I'm ready to share. In order to save your work, you can click on the left-facing arrow icon. This panel shows whether or not you want to save your image or go back to the gallery. Here, I will be saving my image as a JPEG. Note that you can also save from the gallery as well. And with that ends my brief tutorial on how to paint in ibisPaintX for beginners. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see a particular tutorial, and if you do want to see more tutorials in speed paints, please subscribe to my channel and follow me on Instagram for more illustrations. Bye!